It is now being recorded, and if you don't know, I do have a YouTube. Let me put my YouTube in here. My YouTube is the same as my Facebook. Same as my Facebook. I do have a YouTube strictly for trading. I won't stop posting stuff on there, so this specific recording will be on my YouTube. Like I said, follow me, you guys, on everything. For sure. I will shout you guys out. I'm not selfish. You know what I mean? I will repost you guys stuff. So yes, this is being recorded. Let's see. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about the trading. Let's talk about the trading. Now, I don't know if you guys, the USD news definitely blew up the market today, like it did, like it was supposed to, which I am very blessed about that. Let's see. What strategy works for you best? I see you have the MACDs there. Yes, I do have the MACD. MACD works for me best. MACD does work for me best. MACD and Ichimoku. Ichimoku is my baby. That's one. Ichimoku is my baby. So I will be definitely going over that. Also, you guys, I do want to let you know we are going to be having another event next month. For the people who weren't able to catch the event this month, it was a huge event. I'm waiting back for my videographer so you guys can actually see how packed out we had the house. Like, it was fire. Like, we had so many people. We had a lot of people, you guys. It was very, very beautiful. We'll be doing this every month, so you don't have to ever worry about not missing one. Also, we will be having it online, so don't look. We doing January, okay? We doing January bigger than we did December, this last event. So I'm gonna need you guys. If you want to come through, because this is gonna be way bigger. I'm just letting you know it's gonna be a big event. Okay, it's gonna be a big event. We're gonna do it big this time. We might have a boot camp or something. We might have just putting some hints out there. You guys give me an idea what you think what I should do for my event. But we might have we might have a weekend. I don't know if y'all ready for a weekend. You know what I mean? And it's not actually no. Let's do it big. How about a Thursday, Friday, Saturday? How does that sound? Thursday, Friday, y'all get some trades in. You get to make a little money. You know what I mean? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you get to make some money Thursday when the market is the most popping. Then we'll get a little bit of like what you do on a weekend. Like, I don't know. You guys let me know. Okay. So I see a lot of you guys talk about top-down analysis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over top-down analysis, and I'm going to use AUD CAD for instance, right? Also, this session isn't going to be as long as the last ones. I'm trying to shorten my sessions. I feel like my sessions are too long. I want this to be an hour, and then boom, call it a day. My next session will be longer, only because I'm going to be showing you something new. I'm going to be showing you guys something new as well today when it comes to engulfing candles, when it comes to supply and demand zones. So I will be showing you guys something new there. So this will be an educational, and it's really, really easy. It's really, 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 really easy. So I want to for sure break that down, but I want to answer all you guys' questions first. So how to do top-down analysis, right? My favorite time frame is the weekly, because I can see everything, right? What I first do when it comes to top-down analysis is I mark down my support and resistance, right? My support is here, my resistance is here, right? That's the first thing I do, right? Then if I see a trend, I'll also identify my trend, right? I usually do this on the daily only because I can see it a lot clearer on the daily. So here I could have it here as well. So I'm probably gonna keep it here. This was or actually I might just put it here, right? Because it technically broke out here, but it's still playing in this area. But I'm gonna put it here for old time's sake. Nah. See, this is where trend lines get tricky, right? Trend lines are subjective, by the way. Trend lines aren't perfect. They're not gonna be like, oh, you need to have perfect trend lines. As long as they have 2 to 3 touches is what matters, right? I'm going to put it here because I have two touches here. Here, here, and then I have a break. Then I have a touch here technically and a breakout in this area. This is where it broke out. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here. So that's the reason why I'm going to put this as my actual trend line, right? This is my trend line, right? It's different for each person. And you could, you can make it even more than what it is. You could draw a trend line here as well, right? So you could say, if I go down to this daily, right? Because on the weekly, I drew this trend line to know the overall direction, which is the sell. You always want to know what direction you're in, right? So I drew that to know that we're in a sell. I drew this because we broke the trend line. For me, I actually won't even add this trend line because to me, it's too crowded. I like my chart to be as clean and as simple as possible, right? So I'm only going to be focused on this trend line. The reason why I took this out is because it already broke it, right? If it already broke the trend line and we have another trend line here that it could touch, I don't need that trend line anymore. I want mine to be as simple as possible, right? But what I can do is I can identify that this is a minor buy, minor uptrend on this long-term downtrend, minor uptrend on this long-term downtrend. Let me go ahead and say it. Let me show you. This is the uptrend, right? While this is the downtrend, right? So you have a minor uptrend and a long-term down. So we know that when we get to this area, right, we have a touch here and a touch here. We know when it touches this trend line, it's going to be the third touch. So that's what we're going to be buying to. We're going to be buying to that trend line. Does that make sense? But we have levels in between here. We have levels here, and we have a level here, as well as a level here. So these are areas that we have to take in consideration when it comes to trading. These are our next resistance levels. These are resistance levels are also your take profits, right? You can leave these here and know, okay, I now know that these are my take profits, TP1, TP2, TP3, right? These are my TPs, 1, 2, and 3. I drew these on the daily. So when I go down to the 4 hour or the 1 hour, because in all actuality, you guys want to trade on a higher time frame. You want to trade on a higher time frame. You don't really want to go lower than the 1 hour and 30 minute. Really, in the 30 minute, I go on the 30 minute when the pattern is small, but I mainly go on the hour. You want to actually take because the moves are stronger on the higher time frames. Yes, you can catch entries on the lower time frames, but when you're so zoomed in, if I go on the 15 minute, I'm so zoomed in, I'm like, oh, this is a major uptrend, a major up move. But we just identified on the weekly and on the daily that this is an actual downtrend. Because you're so zoomed in, you're not seeing the bigger picture, right? So that's why I suggest really not going any lower than the hour, right? You can still scout. Just know that you'll have a stronger confirmation on the higher time frames, right? So we're on the 4 hour. We already know this is a minor uptrend, right? And on the 4 hour, we see these levels right here that needs to be touched, right? We can even include this one, right? I'm really going to remove this small one because they're technically in the same area, right? You have an area here and you have an area here. They're pretty much in the same area, right? These are areas that you want to specifically look for as your first TP, right? As your first TP to look forward to. So if I were to take a trade now, which I wouldn't, my first TP would be 53 pips from here, right? You can scalp that. For people who like to do 10 pips, that's 10 pips right there. More than 10 pips, right? So I want you guys to understand that the higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation. Now we found our next resistance as our TP. Mind you, when it breaks that TP, we have these TPs here. So you're already ready for your next take profit because you prepared yourself already on a higher time frame, right? So now we're going to go on our 1 hour, right? For you guys that don't know, I trade off flags, right? If you don't know what a flag is when you have a impulse, and to new people, what is an impulse? Look at the colors. And here you see a lot more blue than you see red. If you see a lot more blue, it's an impulse. If you see a lot more red, it's an impulse. If you see a mixture of red and blue, and it looks like it's consolidating and moving sideways, then that's your flag. That's your consolidation. I really hope that I broke it down in a way where you understand, right? And you had an aha moment. Because a lot of people try to think that flags are hard to discover. No, look for the consolidation period, right? Look for the consolidation period, right? See how you had this huge red? Now you had this consolidation period here. This was your flag, right? Boom. Here, this wasn't really anything. This was like a slanted consolidation, right? That's what that was. This is a slanted consolidation. And if you guys would have realized off this slanted consolidation, you had a pattern. Anytime there's really a consolidation period, there's a pattern in there somewhere, right? This is a descending channel. So you would have known this up move was coming because you saw mixture of red and blue, consolidation slanting, not sideways, slanting, and you knew that there was a move coming. This move, this is different from this, okay? This is a descending channel. This is a flag. The reason why is, look at this, right? You had a impulse down, consolidation, then you had a drop. Look at this. You had an impulse up, then you had the drop or a flag, right? So that's the difference between a channel and a flag. A channel, look for the leg. Look for the impulsive leg. When the flag is down, look for the up move, right? When the flag is down, look for the up move. When the flag is up, look for the down move. It's that simple. Don't overcomplicate things, you guys. You don't want to overcomplicate your trading. This is the easiest way for you to understand what a flag is by actually looking at the chart, identifying what your consolidation period is, what phase you're in. Because at the end of the day, all I trade is phases. I trade if I'm in an impulse, correction, or continuation, right? And really, let's not even say continuation, right? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. They're all the same thing. Continuation is an impulse. It's just continuing this impulse. That's all it is. It's the same thing. It's 100% of the impulse. So the only thing I'm looking for is if I'm in two phases. If I'm in, hold on, you guys, sorry about that. If I'm in an impulse, if I'm in a correction, that's all I'm looking for, right? That's the only thing I'm looking for. If I'm in an impulse or if I'm in a correction, right? As soon as I get the impulse, then I know, okay, if I'm in an impulse and I see this huge up move, I'm not getting in the trade. I'm waiting for the correction. After I see that correction, then I'm going to look for my buy or my sell, right? Depending on the corrective move that you're in, right? After that, after I see that happen, right? If I replay this, right? If I replay this, where did that thing go? Where did you go? I know I see you somewhere. Oh, there you are. So when I see this corrective move, right? All I'm looking for is, okay, is this ready? Right? You could do this, right? You see these lower lows happening? Okay, cool. Lower low is happening, lower low is happening, lower low is happening. Wait for it to not create a lower low. You see how it created a similar low? The fact that you saw a similar low tells you that this down move is done. You see how it double bottomed here? It told you that this correction was done. So the fact that it told you that this correction was done already let you know that you should be getting ready for this up move. This is price action, right? After you saw that, right? After you saw that, zoom in and look for the candles. Boom, engulfing. You had an engulfing right there. You had an engulfing. And guess what happened? Just from that one engulfing candle, it gave you this whole up move. That one engulfing gave you 55 pips. 55 pips out the gate. That's how I do top-down analysis. I go from the weekly, identify my major support and resistance levels, and my trend, if it's there on the weekly, but I for sure, if it's not on the weekly, identify it on the daily. Also on the daily, identify my next support and resistance levels. Then, and also work my way down to my entries for my 4 hour and 1 hour. Look for price action to occur and take the move. There are ways you can use indicators to assist you in that, but that's how I would personally do it. The thing is, it's better to actually not use indicators. You want to be as free as possible, right? You guys haven't seen me as active on Instagram because I have been actually studying a lot more, right? Why do you think Spiller's so far in the background? He only does certain calls, but you see a lot more of the other people actually, like Sherelle, Brandy, Kanan, all the SK5 people are so heavy right now. It's because they got it. They got something to show you guys. Me, I want to bring something new to you guys every single week. So I'm sitting here like, dang, what can I give them that could actually take this to the next level, right? That could really take this to the next level. And I'm going to show you, but I'm literally going to break this down. There's another way in getting in this flag. There's another way, right? Let's say I identified this flag on the 1 hour, meaning I drew this flag on the 1 hour, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1 to 2 time frames down, right? 1 to 2 time frames. And I'm going to find an engulfing candle, a major engulfing candle. Boom, right here. A major engulfing candle right there. It didn't even come to the zone yet. So because of that, let's go on to 15 minute. Let's find an engulfing candle, a really, really good engulfing candle, right? Because when you find this engulfing candle, or you had an engulfing candle here, wasn't the best, but it's an engulfing candle. We saw that engulfing candle. That is our next supply zone. What you could do is you could take these trades. If you're wondering when to get in, find your engulfing candle 1 to 2 time frames down, line it out, draw it out. And as soon as it gets in this area, and you see some form of price action, engulfing candles, dojis, something that gives you an actual reason to get into the trade, or double bottoms like you see here, get into the trade. Look, you got in, let's say you got in here, right? You had 9 pips of drawdown, if that. And then you caught 55 pips off of looking for an engulfing candle. All you did is look for an engulfing candle, watch price to get in that area, and take the trade. Let's go off current price. Excuse me, let's go off current price. We're looking for a bearish flag here, right? So let's go down and look for a major engulfing candle. Right, let's actually go on to 30 minute. Let's go, let's be realistic. Boom. Engulfing candle right here. So what I'm going to be doing is waiting for price to come all the way back here, even though I drew these lines here, and come up. But guess what? You want to know why this might not come all the way down? Because you have an engulfing candle right there. And look at how I'm drawing this. I'm drawing it on the bodies. I'm not drawing it on the wicks. I'm drawing it on the bodies. Because look at how price reacted at these bodies. Look at it. Look how it reacted. Right? So you have 2 options here on where price could possibly go. Price could come all the way down, then bounce up, or stay in this area, in this supply area, and then bounce up. Powerful, powerful. I just showed you something that nobody probably ever showed you in your life, right? You go through, find a flag. This can be on any time frame. Find a flag, find an engulfing candle, watch price, look for price. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. This proves my point. We found this engulfing candle, and guess what happened here? An engulfing candle again. Took it up 20 pips. Boom. If you knew your price action, you would know to get in this trade right here. Catch another 15 pips. Watch price. Watch it. You'll finally understand. For all of you who don't understand, engulfing candles, this is how you find engulfing candles. Another way for you to find engulfing candles is look at your TPs that we put on a higher time frame, right? Look at them. Right, let's go on the 4 hour. I went too high. Look at engulfing candles here. Look at this. You know, price can come between here. Look at how price reacted in this area. Look at how price reacted, right? Let's go on a lower time frame. Look at how price reacted in this area. Just from that one engulfing candle on the 4 hour, right here. Price impulse up here, right? If we go on the line chart, look at this. Triple topped, dropped. Retested, dropped. Came back up. Impulse, flag, take the trade. That's what happened again. It came back up. If you guys know price action, you got vectors here. Consolidated a little bit, then drop. If you would have took this trade, let's think about this. Ooh, my Jesus. Think about this. I'm about to break it down to you even more. You're in this flag, and guess what you get here? An engulfing candle. Watch what happened. Price came into this area that I just showed you. Price came into this area. You could have took the trade. Boom. 66 pips. Let's say if you held on to it. You came from right here. Boom. 66 pips. Boom. Held on to it. Ooh. You didn't even lose anything, and it dropped all the way down to 135. Let's be realistic, though. You caught this move. You cut this 66 pips. You probably secured half, around 33. Boom, got taken out. That's cool. Guess what happened again? Price came into this demand area again. Could have took another trade here. Boom, boom. Let's see, you're all the way at 60. Secure a profit at 30. It never hit your stop, and you got another 135 pips. Just from engulfing candles. All you're doing is identifying your flag, finding an engulfing candle either on the same time frame or 1 to 2 time frames down, as long as it's a major engulfing candle, not like one of these small ones here. It has to be a major one. You see an engulfing candle. Watch how price comes up here. It came up here but closed here. So you could have took the trade here and took it down. Watch how price does that. It's an amazing price action tool. There's no indicators on here, you guys. I just showed you with no indicators. I just showed you with no indicators. Look at this. Look at this. Engulfing candle here. Engulfing candle here. These are just areas of take profit, of reaction. You know, boom, we have a flag here. Boom, flag here. Okay, so if we're creating a flag, let's go 30 times. Let's go to the 30 minute. Ooh, I see an engulfing candle here. Okay, I see why price stopped here. Boom. Let's say I took this trade here, got 15 pips, and I'm holding it. I know that this is going to go up. But let's say you wanted a stop loss. Let's go for stop losses, right? You entered here on this engulfing candle. Your stop loss is at your recent low. So you have a low here, or you can even go here, 30 pips, for sure 40, and possibly 60 pips. That's maybe a 2-to-1 ratio all the way at the top. Just from an engulfing candle. Just from knowing that. And we're only trading engulfing candles. There is no indicators on this chart. None at all. Right? None. None at all. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. Hopefully you guys learned something. Put a 1 in the chat if you learned something. Hopefully you learned. Put a 1 in the chat if you like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you like that. Hopefully you guys actually, if you had like a moment right there, an aha moment. What's the best Forex broker for fastest withdrawals? I use Hugo's Way. Now, I don't know about it being the fastest. You'll probably just have to do research on all the brokers to actually know which one's the fastest. But it's all about what, you know, is good for you, to be honest. My question is, when is the right time to enter a trade? Oh, well, I just showed you that. There's no such thing as the right time. You have to, it's all about the right setup. Not sure what I'm missing from all the trainings. There is so much. Try to remember, even with the notes, the market moves so fast. How did you get where you are and how to keep up with the markets moving live? William, the first thing is I'm patient. Second thing is I'm not trying to use every single information that I use at my disposal all at once. You see how I showed you, only showed you two things. I showed you a flag and an engulfing candle. I didn't show you indicators. I didn't show you ascending wedge, descending wedge. I didn't show you a wolf wave. I didn't show you I didn't show you how to enter into a double top, double bottom. I didn't show you how to enter into channels. I didn't show you how to, like I just used two things, right? It's just two things that I use. And that's how I entered into the trade. So my advice to you and for everybody on this call is to just focus on 2 to 3 patterns and stick to those 2 to 3 patterns. Those 2 to 3 patterns is what will make you successful. You don't need every single pattern to be successful. You just need the ones that work for you. Does it make sense? Do you use IML products such as Gold Cup or Steady? I don't use Steady. I love Gold Cup. I don't use it anymore, but I love Gold Cup and I love Levels. That's the best ones in my personal opinion. Euro GBP, are you still holding? Can you explain that trade that you called yesterday? Euro GBP, for sure. Yeah. I think I am still in this trade for Euro GBP. I haven't really analyzed it in a while. Like I said, I'm a swing trader, so I let trades run, to be honest with you. That's what I do. So we have a descending wedge forming, right? So anytime market is moving down slanted like this in a consolidated wave, I'm expecting a move up, right? At least to this high. And guess what's at this high right here? An engulfing candle. So this is definitely my next strong, my next strong supply area, right? So let's break it down, right? The reason why I took this trade is I saw this down move on this actual descending channel or descending wedge, went on the 1 hour, right? And actually took this off of the MACD, right? Went to the 1 hour and got my MACD cross right here. My white line crossed my yellow, right? Like I said, you guys, it's not hard. I don't overdo things, right? We entered here. Stop loss was around 50 pips. We're currently negative 18. So another secret that I'll give you guys is don't focus on the number. Focus on the price. Focus on price, right? Look at how this is forming. Look at this. This is giving you, yes, it could go out to the bottom, right? We might get one more down move, maybe, or we might get one more up move. Right now, we're in the area of indecision. We're in the middle. So to be honest, I'm just going to wait and hold it out. Yes, on here on the 15-minute, it's giving us a bearish flag, which means we might get this move right here and maybe another up move to the upside. If we do that, then if we go back on our 1 hour, then it will just justify, at least for me, that we might get this flag form right here for this up move. And what might happen is we might get one more move down again before we get that bullish flag to the upside, right? We might, or, right? Or it could just completely fall out. But mind you, I'm not getting out until it hits my stop. Don't just get out because you're emotional and you're scared. Let it hit your stop. If it hits your stop, then guess what? We're going to go back down here and we're going to watch price down here. After we watch price down here, then if it breaks even lower, cool. Wait for a flag and enter. But if it's down here and it gives us an impulse again, then a flag, then we'll just enter again. The thing is that if we lose this trade, it's not that my trade was wrong. It's just the fact that it's early. I want this up move, but the market might not be ready for my up move yet. I thought it was. We broke a trend line. We were going up. Excuse me. And we thought we were going to get this buy. It happens. It happens. But don't just get emotional and not get into the trade. And get out of the trade. Because all you're going to do is, one, you're going to hurt your psychology more. Because you're gonna be like, why did I miss this trade? What happened? It's because, one, you weren't prepared. Because at the end of the day, it might hit down here and then completely move up. Or it might not even come down here and just shoot up. You guys have to be prepared for this. You have to be prepared for these types of, you take a trade, you need to prepare for it to hit your stop. It's only going to go two ways, your stop or your direction. If you can understand that, then your psychology is fine. Just hold your trades. Just be patient. We will see what happens on Euro GBP after it develops. Perfect. All right. Let's go for more questions. On all the signals that Spiller just announced, how would you advise one to get into? You just have to pick your battles. When it comes to taking signals, one, you have to look at the trade. You don't just take it. You look at the chart, identify if it matches your setup or you're comfortable with it, and take the trade. You don't just take it because we send it. Like, I'm gonna be very transparent. Trade, the signals is for commercial uses only. Us personally, we only call it for new people. Think about it. When you're new, you don't know what you're doing. You're like a baby. You need to be taught. You need to learn how to crawl. And what we're doing is we're teaching you how to properly put in trades into your embedded trader 4. Signals aren't for you to take forever. Signals are for you to take until you get your feet wet. Then you learn how to trade yourself. Then you actually become a signal instead of being a crutch. Right? That's what you want to do when it comes to, that's how we view things. That's how you should view things. Okay, boom. I want to become a signal now. I feel comfortable with knowing how I trade, knowing how to put in a trade. This is that and the third. That's how you want to trade, right? That's how you want to do it. Trailing your stop loss. Yeah. I'll definitely go over that. Okay, so let's go over trailing your stop loss. Actually, I'll leave that there. Okay, so let's say we entered here after this engulfing candle. My stop loss would be up here. Right? That's what my stop loss would be. Because that's my recent high. Right? If I enter a trade here, my stop loss will be down here because that's my recent low. You always want to protect the direction that you don't want it to go in. So if I want it, in order for, let's break it down to the basics, right? When it comes to a downtrend, you want it to break lows. That's the whole point of a downtrend, is to break lows. When it comes to an uptrend, you want it to break highs, right? So let's say we're in this downtrend and we're breaking lows. If it goes up, right? If it comes up, retest it, that means it broke a high. We don't want it to break a high because that would mean we're going in an uptrend and we want it to go down. Right? So in order for that to happen, we need to protect the high for it to be broken. All right? So after you enter and you have your stop up here, what you should do is after 30 to 40 pips, so this is 30 pips right here. Let's say your entry now, not your entry, but you're right here. You want to move your stop to around break even. Right? Move your stop to around break even. All right, and you see here that price was 2 pips away from hitting your stop, but it never hit your stop, and it continued dropping, and you received about 118 pips off of that. Right? So after that happened, you move your stop. After it breaks structure, boom, you're already at your high. Remember, you want to protect your highs. So it came down, broke structure here, you protect your high, right? Now it drops again, corrects, drops, find a high, and put it there. Boom, comes up, boom, drops again. Drop your high and put it there. Boom. You should still technically be in the trade if you took the sell because it hasn't taken you out yet. Right? So you want to make sure that you take your trailing stop should be simplistic as possible. The thing is that you guys try to overcomplicate when it comes to trading, trailing your stop. After 30, 40 pips, move your stop. After that, move it above or below recent highs or lows. Because that's the areas you're protecting in order for a reversal to happen. If a reversal happens, you are already ready for it because it hit your stop loss. Then if it breaks that high, then you know, okay, a potential buy or a potential sell is going to come. So that's how you just want to think about it when you're trailing your stop. Top down analysis did that. Let's see. How do you stay profitable consistently when your account is small and something is losing, sets you back from your trading plan? Oh, facts. Yes. Stop over leveraging. But another thing is, let's say you don't over leverage, right? Some people don't over leverage, and let's say you still are having trouble growing your account. Back test some more. Go back to the drawing board. Figure out. The thing is, in order for you to actually benefit and grow as a trader consistently, is journal. But don't just journal like, okay, I entered here, entered there, stop loss here, take profit here. The only way for you to get better as a trader is to journal your emotions, right? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to trading, your emotions is what an issue is. That's what the issue is. That's where it lies. Everybody has went into a trade, you get out, but it still goes your way. But if your mindset was there, you could have held that position and actually would have profited. And then you wonder why you lose. You lost because your mindset wasn't there. At the end of the day, you could be a great trader and your mindset was still not up to par. So you want your mindset to be at 100% before you actually take a trade. Like your mindset should be at 100% before you take a trade. If your mindset's not 100%, you don't take the trade. Doesn't matter if it's a perfect setup or not. You don't take the trade. Right? It's just that simple. Some of you guys just need to find the right mindset. Go through rites of passage to make sure that your mindset is on point. So when you take these trades, you won't be losing as much. That's really the secret. Fibonacci retracement and how to use it as point of entry. Fibonacci is a whole nother class for a whole nother day. The only thing I will show you is that Fibonacci is measuring retracements. That's all you're doing with Fibonacci. All you're doing is measuring your retracement, right? I don't use 38 and 23. I don't use it so much. I almost forgot the numbers for it. Right? I only use the 50 and 61.8. Right? And the other ones are reference. Right? So when it comes to trading and it comes to these areas, you're just looking at price action and seeing, okay, well, what's happening over here? What's happening over here, right? Let's say this is the third. I'm going to say this is between the 23 and the 38, right? You see this engulfing candle? Boom, it measured the move, came up here, rejected this level, gave me an engulfing candle. Boom, that's my way to enter into a trade. Stop loss is probably going to be above a fib level, and I take the trade there. That's a simple way of actually taking a trade in fibs, right? But that's a whole different class, right? I can't even break that down. Simple. Determine which MACD settings are default. No, I don't scalp. I swing trade. I only swing trade. Breakouts. When it comes to breakouts, you're just waiting for the retest. When it comes to breakouts, you're just waiting for the retest. So if I were to draw a trend line here, right? Price broke out of this trend line, but it retested this trend line. After it retests it, you're looking for price action. So an engulfing candle happened here. Boom. After the engulfing candle engulfed it, that's my entry. and then I just take that to the downside. That's what happens when it comes to trading. When it comes to retesting, that's a way for you to actually become profitable. If you can just do breakout and retest, you're in the money. But think about it. The retest is just a flag. That's all it is. It's just a flag. If you can get a flag and identify a retest and identify a flag, you'll win every time. Right? Every single time. My trading view is customized to my liking. I'm sorry. Some of the engulfing candles you show are small, some are large. Which ones are best? The large engulfing candles, not the big ones. No, I don't trade stocks. An engulfing candle is when a candle, a different colored candle engulfs another, right? So for example, oh, nice, right there, right? So this candle right here, this red one engulfed the whole body of this blue one. And it's vice versa. This blue one engulfed the whole body of this red one. So these would be an engulfing candle. That's what this would be. Right? Literally what it sounds like, right? One candle eating another, engulfing another. Think about eating. There are some people on here that devour their food, right? So when you devour your food, you're engulfing your food. One over the other. Think about that. This is how I actually outline my engulfing candles when it comes to me trading the engulfing candles. I outline the body that got engulfed, not the engulfing, right? The engulfing is the candle that engulfed the candle. I do the engulfee. Let's say that. All right. Can you explain what engulfing? Oh, where the price stops. So an engulfing candle, like with this engulfing candle, this area right here, right? The engulfing candle was the red candle. When the engulfing candle closes, that's when it's a valid engulfing candle. It's not when it comes down and then wicks back up and closes up here. That's not an engulfing candle. So you guys got to understand when it comes to engulfing candles, right? You have to be more specific. Like this is the engulfing candle that I'm talking about. These engulfing candles. This is a valid engulfing candle. And this is a valid engulfing candle. This is a valid engulfing candle. Look at how small. Look at how big the engulfing candle is. And look at how small the candle that got engulfed is. Right? Another example. This is not a valid engulfing candle. This is not the one that I would be looking for. Right? The engulfing is too close. Like it barely made it. I'm looking for one like this. Boom. This is a good engulfing candle right there. Or let's see, what's another one? These are good engulfing candles. These are good engulfing candles. Even this one would be a good engulfing candle. This one would be a good one. This is a beautiful one right here, right? These are engulfing candles that I would be looking for in the market. If needed be, just go and circle them. Circle every good engulfing candle so you can practice identifying it. Is any of these trades you showed now good to take now or not? Okay. When it comes to my sessions, I don't call out trades on my sessions. That's why we have the signal chat. This is for educational purpose only, right? You don't want to get on a session and assume that we're going to be taking trades. We don't take trades like that. That's not how it works. What I want, I can't speak for any other educator. What I want is for you guys to just listen and learn on how exactly to take the trades. You don't want to go on a session and say, well, I'm just going to be on here to take a trade. Then you're not learning anything. You want to become the signal, not the signal taker. The signal taker, name one signal taker that has become a millionaire. There's not one of them. All the millionaires are the people who actually became the signal. When a signal is called out and doesn't say what pending order to use, how do we know which one we should use for those of us who don't have much time to watch a candle close below a certain area? Well, if they don't say it's a pending order, then I'm pretty sure it's a market execution, one. Two, you should always have time to look at the chart. You don't want to just take the signal. Where can I find your recorded videos? My recorded videos are on YouTube. I'll give the information in a second. I actually have the details on how to use the MACD on my YouTube channel. Yes, this is all recorded. I'll put my YouTube channel name in the chat. How do you know to buy or sell after an engulfing candle? When it closes. When that candle closes, when that engulfing candle closes, is when you take the trade, depending on the circumstance. The thing is, you don't want to just take an engulfing candle just because you see an engulfing candle. You only want to really take an engulfing candle when it's at a resistance or a support level. That's when you want to take an engulfing candle. So this, or at the top of the trend line. I'll show you two different ways, right? We're at a resistance level right here, right? This is the engulfing candle. Boom. It closed here. I take the trade, automatic 67 pips, right? Easy. Boom. An engulfing candle here, right? Boom. Came back, retested. Your stop loss would have been down here, 20 pips. Retested, you would have been negative 11, but eventually you got 56 pips out of it. Boom, an engulfing candle here. It closed, you got a major drop, like a major drop. It still goes. I think that was the 135 move that I said, right? And think about that. You should only trade the engulfing candle. It came up to here. You didn't get an engulfing candle at the trend line, so you don't take it. You could have possibly taken one right here because you had another engulfing candle. Yeah, that could have been another position. You could have. You could have took another one here. But me, I need high probability setups. My high probability setup is at this engulfing candle. I mean, at this trend line. If I get one at the trend line, I'm taking the trade with a very nice lot size. Right? So, boom, 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 breakout, retest, take the trade, retest again, boom. Think about it. When it came down here, right? When it came down here, came back, formed a support level. After you know that there's a support level, then all you have to do is find an engulfing candle. You found an engulfing candle here. There's an engulfing candle here. There's an engulfing candle here. Really, you would have taken this one because you're still in this downtrend. And you probably would have taken this one because you finally get in the retest. So you would have been like, okay, I'm in the trade, I'm in the trade, I'm in the trade. Let's actually just back it up, right? Boom. Okay, cool. We're at a trend line. Boom. Take the trade at the trend line. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Boom, take the trade at the trend line. Stop loss is up here. We're protecting our highs. Remember, we already accomplished a 150 pip move. Boom. 150 pip move. So from this engulfing candle, we only got 9 pips out of it so far. Boom, it hit our stop. That's fine. Let it hit our stop. Right? It hit our stop. So we probably wouldn't have got in on this engulfing candle because we would still be in this trade. That's fine. Now we're just waiting. Right? Now we're waiting. Boom. We're back in the area. We're waiting, we're waiting. But look at this. We found a resistance level here and an engulfing candle. So we could technically take this trade to this next support level, 40 pips. Let's see what happens. Almost gave us 40 pips. 25 pips. Hopefully you guys would have took profit, because depending on your target is how you would also trail your stop. If your trailing stop is around 50 pips, always secure at least half. So I would have secured at least 20 of those pips, or 25 of those pips, for sure. I would have taken at least half of that. So you guys have to understand, when it comes to trading, you have to think smart, not hard. No, trailing stops vary. You don't just assume that each stop loss trailing stop is going to be 50 pips. It's never like that, especially on GBP pairs. How do you make your candle appear larger on the screen? I just zoom in. That's all I do. I just zoom in. So all I do is just find an engulfing candle at these high resistance levels and determine what's going on, right? And let's be smart, right? You see in a resistance level, boom, you took a major engulfing candle. You know, even if you took this, that price is going to retest in this area again before taking off to the upside. Before taking off to the upside. Put a 1 in the chat if this makes sense. Is there a way to get this type of view on your phone? Yes, just zoom in for two finger zoom in. 2 finger zoom in. Two finger zoom in. I did. Oh yeah, I already got it up. Let's do this on gold. Gold, where are you? All right, let's do this on gold. Boom. We have this support and resistance level here, right? Let's say we're in this downtrend, because we were. Boom. Engulfing candle. Engulfing candle here. Take the trade. 273 pips. Had another engulfing candle here. Boom. Took another position at 65 pips. Retested. Got another engulfing candle here. Boom. Took the trade. Got another 336 pips. Boom. Another bearish engulfing candle here. Came 60 pips. Hopefully you would have moved your stop. Came up. Took you out. That's fine. All you're doing is looking for another bearish engulfing candle because you're in a sell. Boom, you never got, well, actually you got a bearish engulfing candle, but it wasn't at a major resistance level, so you wouldn't have taken this one, right? So in actuality, I wouldn't have taken, well, I probably would have taken this one because of how big this engulfing candle was. Everything else would have been fine. I would have taken this one because I know this is after a flag. So you can take certain, for me, you can take certain engulfing candles because you're a little bit more advanced, but let's break it down simpler, right? Every time we're at this resistance level, at this trend line, and I get an engulfing candle, I need to take it. So we got 2. So in actuality, if I'm going off basics, I would have had one position here, 613 pips. As soon as it came to the trend line, from another engulfing candle, boom, 414 pips. That would have been the only trades I would have been taking. I wouldn't have entered in anything else. My rules are at a resistance level only. I never received one. I never received one. So boom, price started to stall here. it started to not make lower lows. So now we're watching price in this area. Yes, a trend line is a diagonal support and resistance level. Support and resistance levels aren't just horizontal. Support and resistance levels can be diagonal, right? They can be diagonal. So let's say we're in this level, it bounces off, and now we're watching price. So boom, we watched price, it came up, started to make some waves go on here. Boom, came up, created a resistance. Right, created a resistance. In actuality, if we were to do this in real time, let's do this in real time. Because the thing is, I don't want to show you guys these things, and then when it comes to you actually trading, it's like, oh wow, this is different, right? So I don't want you guys to just think that this just happens, right? So let's think about this, right? Boom. Let's break this down. We're in this downtrend. It broke my downtrend. Boom. Now we began to be in this uptrend. Boom. We came up, retested. We have 2 points here. That's how I know this is a valid uptrend. I'm not taking any trades until I get a valid 2 touches. You don't know what trend you're in until you get a valid 2 touches. It's that simple. So I'm not taking this trade. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this move because I don't know where we're at. I don't know where we're at. Think about it. If I'm right here and we just broke out of this and I'm playing this, I don't know where I am. I can't take any trades. Boom. Now I get my second touch. Now, when that third touch happens, I can now take a trade. Right? So let's watch what happens when it comes back down. Boom. Right? We didn't get a bullish engulfing candle. We don't take the trade. Bullish because we're going up. Right? Let's watch it. Boom. We didn't get anything. It broke the trend line. So what am I looking for again? 2 touches. Boom, we got our second touch. So now my rules are, when I get that second touch, and in a bearish engulfing candle, now I'm going to take the trade. Yes, we missed this move, but we are following our rules. Let's look at this. We have not received anything, so we don't get in it. We don't get in it. Boom. We actually received our bearish engulfing candle at our resistance level right here. We got 33 pips out of it. Like I said, after 30, 40 pips, move your stop to break even. We would have not lost this trade. My entry was here. My stop loss was here. Boom. After we came down to that level, I moved my stop loss here. Took me out. That's cool. I didn't win though. I guaranteed at least 8 pips though. Now I'm going to back up because I see myself not really catching any moves. I'm going to look at the market. So I'm like, okay, I only caught 2 moves. Only caught 2 moves. How do I catch the first one? I knew I caught this move because we were already at this resistance level. So any engulfing candle I had at this resistance level, I was selling anyway. Then I got a flag and I sold again. Now we're here. I'm like, okay, nothing's going on. I only took 1 move from Since we broke this trend line from November 12th to pretty much the end of November, I'm like, okay, something's going on. Something's going on. So let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. What's going on here? All right, let's look at this. Oh, it's because we found a resistance here. I don't set pending orders because I need to watch. If I just set a pending order, then it would just go up. It would just hit and it can reverse. You saw how many times that it came up and reversed when we zoomed in. I'm watching for an engulfing. So yeah, I might have to watch it maybe when I can actually watch it. I might miss some moves. It's fine though. But my whole point is to follow my rules. Most of these candles most likely won't happen until the London or New York session anyway. But if it happens before, just look at it. Occasionally look at it. It's cool to look at it every 1 to 2 hours. We're on the 4 hour. Really, you should look at it every 4 hours. But really, after every couple of days, we're on the 4 hours. So this is going to take days. It's going to take time. You can do this on any time frame, right? So I see, okay, I see what's going on. We have a support and resistance going on. It's bouncing between these levels. We're starting to consolidate. Okay, I see what's going on. That's cool. Right? So now I have something to work with. Now I have something to work with. So now I'm just going to watch price, see what happens at these areas, right? So now I came up here. I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candle because we consolidated now. Let's see what happens. Boom. That's what I needed. After that, I'm selling the market. I'm selling the market. Entry here, stop loss here. What happens? What happens? Oh my God, we got a huge move. What happened? We got a move. Never even hit our stop. We got 155 pips out of this, you guys. On the 4 hour. So let's break this down, right? Let's break this down when it comes to trailing your stop. All right, let's go on the 1 hour and actually see what's going on here. We got the engulfing here. This was our engulfing. All right, so if we entered here, we got 30 pips. Boom, what it took us out. Cool, that's fine. I don't care. We got another engulfing right here. Perfect. Boom. 40 pips. Knock this out. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And actually, I'm sorry. We were actually on the 4 hour. Excuse me. We're on the 4 hour. So in actuality, boom, this was our engulfing. Right? And you can really, because we're on the 4 hour, no, I don't use call levels anymore. It's a little bit delayed. I don't use pending orders. I don't use call levels. I only use market execution. I do everything myself. Manually do everything myself. Everything is myself, right? So let's think about this, right? We're on the 4 hour. So in actuality, on the 4 hour, so when it comes to higher time frames, right? You want to really like break these things down. And think about what we got up here. We got the engulfing candle, right? We got this huge engulfing candle at a resistance level, at this nice supply area. All right, so you could have really been like, anytime price comes up here in this area, you can sell the market. 80 pips, 80 pips, 200 pips. That you could do it that way too. Or you can do it where after 30 pips, you just sell the market. I mean, you just trade your stop. You didn't even get 30 pips here. Boom. You got 14 pips. You didn't get 30. So now you're just waiting, right? Where's your stop? Boom. You got, actually, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You got 27 pips here. So you didn't move your stop yet. After 30 to 40 pips, you didn't move your stop. Boom. Price came back up, gave you another engulfing candle. That is called, somebody tell me in the chat what that means. Somebody in the chat, tell me what that means if I got another engulfing candle at a resistance level. What do I do? What do I do? I enter. That means I got two positions up here. Think about it. I got two standards. $10 a pip. 27 pips. Never even moved my stop. 27 pips. That means that's $260 I made. Went back up. I'm negative 600. That's fine. I'll be negative 600. Boom. Still negative 600. Came back down, break even. Now I'm like positive 2 pips. Came back up. Then I dropped and gained 1,000 and pretty much 1,600 pips. And guess what? Now I'm 30 to 40 pips. Now I move my stop and it still continues down. Look at that. Look at that. I move my stop here. And if you really want to go on the 1 hour, as soon as it created this and started dropping, you could have really moved your stop here and let it take you out. So from here to here, you secured on a standard $820. I'm going home with $820. I don't know about y'all, but $820 in 2 days, you can't make that at your job unless you work a very good job. To answer your question, LC, we're selling up here because we're at a resistance level. We buy at a support level. That's why we're selling the market. So think about it. We're up here now. Somebody tell me what we do since we're at a resistance level. What are we looking for? Put in the chat what we're looking for at a resistance level. What engulfing candle? Bullish or bearish? Ro, why do you say bullish? At a resistance level, why do you say bullish? I just showed how to trade your stop, see? Why do you say bullish? See, after 30, 40 pips, move your stop loss to break even. Why do y'all say bullish? Tell me why. At a resistance level. Why? At a resistance level, you want a bearish engulfing candle. At a support level, you want a bullish engulfing candle. So what we're looking here is for a bearish engulfing candle. You could have really technically took this trade because it came into this supply zone and you would have been already up 30 pips. Just from this one engulfing candle. You see how many times it has retested this same area? It's amazing how engulfing candles can change your life. Literally, at this area, after this one major engulfing candle, price came up and retested it. Not just once, not just twice, not just 3, not just 4, not just, you got 5 times. 5 times. An engulfing candle. When you get this major engulfing candle right here, and then retest, you could have technically took a trade here. Like this was your first position here. Then you got, after another one, you got another engulfing candle. But you got another engulfing candle here too. Then you got the touch again here. Then you got, oh my God, major selling momentum. Then price came in this area again. So how many is that? 4, 5, that's 6. That's 6 moves, six positions. You already caught, let's say, in realistically, you caught around 83 pips. Then you caught again another 30. In about a week, you caught 200 pips on one pair. I'm sorry, 111 pips on one pair. No losses. No losses. 6 positions because you have a supply area here. You have 1, 2, 3 engulfing candles in that exact same area. Then you had price come in this area, bounced exactly off the top of this engulfing candle, the body of this engulfing candle, then dropped, plus another engulfing here. Then you had huge, this must have been news. You had news here, but price sold and dropped. So price came up, became bullish for a second, then closed bearish here with a huge body. That told you right there that selling momentum is so powerful right now. So you should have, if you didn't take any of these, you should have took it straight off this. Just off that one candle gave you almost 100 pips. Then you got another retest here. And let's go on the smaller time frame. Let's say if we get it in, let's see if we get an engulfing candle somewhere. We don't get an engulfing candle, but we do get variation. Blue, red, red. That gave you that move right there. You went on a smaller time frame. But if you were to just go off, oh, it touched this area. Oh, as soon as it touched this area, you could have just sold it. 35 pips. Easy. That's if you were really paying attention like that. Let's say you're at work and you're really not doing anything, but you caught like, let's say 2 moves up here, 2 positions. I mean, if you caught a move up here, that's 220 pips. I mean, can you be mad at 220 pips? We're only talking about engulfing candles, you guys. Only engulfing candles. Let's even go right here. Let's say if we actually paid attention to this move. Right? Let's say we did. We got an engulfing candle right there. Let's just break it down. All right, and we had a huge engulfing candle right there. Huge. Huge engulfing. So you already know that this zone is strong as hell. You know, this zone is strong as hell. In my eyes, anytime I get an engulfing candle in this area, I'm stacking positions. Because think about it, after this move, my entry is right here, my stop is down here. After I move, boom, I get 55 pips, boom, move my stop, loss about half of that, 25, 26 get taken out. That's cool. Boom, come here, wait, draw down about 30 pips, that's fine. It didn't hit my stop down here though. Boom, got another engulfing candle. That's cool. 20 pips, I'm not moving my stop yet. Remember my rules. Boom, an engulfing candle, and it gave me 90 pips off this position. I'm secure in profit. And I'm taking a position right here. This position alone took me 244 pips. Easy. Easy. you would have probably been taken out at this position. That's cool. Let's say if you took this trade, went down, you would have taken out of that position. But let's say you entered after this one. Boom, you're in drawdown automatically, 100 pips. That's fine. After any engulfing candle like that, just prepare for drawdown. But you catch 178. And even if you moved your stop loss 30 to 40 pips, you would have never been taken out. Until probably up here. When it reversed right there. But at that moment, you're already prepared for this engulfing candle up here. If I take this trade and I see an engulfing candle like that, I'm getting out and entering into the sell. We're at a resistance level. Why am I holding the trade? Especially if I know that this is moving sideways. There's no reason. See, this is how you trade consolidation. I love trading engulfing candles like this in consolidation, especially if it goes forever. Especially when it goes forever. You find you a good consolidated pair, like a Canadian pair as a primary, you could make some serious bread. Let's see if we found one. My Instagram is Vinci Code. I'm gonna put it up there, and my YouTube is Markus Turner. No, not that one. I know we got a good consolidated pair. Here we go. Yes, sir. Consolidated pair. Let's just go off this one. I'm gonna go off that one. Like how I'm doing this is off touches, you guys. Let's look at this. Oh my God, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at how many. This is the daily. Let's just be realistic and go on the 4 hour. Sheesh. Let's go on the 4 hour. I'm only taking trades when it's at this level, you guys. Look at this. 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 You have the first engulfing here. You took your entry here. Stop loss was around there. And you automatically gained 74 pips. Come on. Come on. I'm putting my social media in the chat. You got automatically 74 pips. Boom. Not only did it gave it to you again. Oh my God. Come on now. Entry, stop loss. Come on now. Oh my God. It gave you more. 138 pips, but let's be realistic. I'm only trying to give you realistic trades here. It gave you 40-something pips and it knocked you out. You secured at least half. 50 pips, I'm securing 25. You can lose securing half. And I want you guys to understand, after 30, 40 pips, and you move it to break even, if it gives me 50, I'm moving it to 25. If it knocks me out, I secured 25 pips. That's your call. If you wanted to stay into the trade longer than what it gave you. If it came back up, that's your call. Right? That's your call. So like if I entered here, that's a whole week of me finding this engulfing candle on the 4 hour. A whole week. That's a whole nother week. But you definitely get blessed very well. Mind you, when you're on the 4 hour, me personally, let's just say this. When I check trades on the 4 hour, I'll hold it longer. I don't really go to 30-40 rule when it comes to trailing my stop. I just wait for it to hit my stop. I don't even move it after, like I need it to go 100 pips, secure half of 100 pips, then move my stop. Like, let me rephrase that. If I enter here and I get 74, I'm not moving it yet. Now, mind you, some traders will say that's blasphemy, right? But I'm swing trading, right? It comes back up, and now I get finally 100 pips. After 100 pips, I'm moving my stop 50 pips, which is right here, right? Boom. I'm at 100 pips, and it gives me more. It gives me 150. So if I'm at 150 now, all right? If I'm at 150 now, I'm securing 75, right? Then price takes me out. Then price takes me out. 2 positions, come on now. 2 positions at the same level. It's being recorded and it's going to be on my YouTube. 2 positions at the same level, and I capture 75 pips. You can't go wrong with that. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Right? Let's think about this. Now we know, right? Let's just go ahead and take this off. So because let's say we're all the way down there, right? So because we took that trade, we know this level right here, right? This whole level right here is a major supply area, right? It's a major supply area. So from here, we now know that we're in a downtrend. So I'm looking to take trades every time I get an engulfing candle at the trend line. Remember, we just talked about this. We just talked about this. Boom, an engulfing candle here. So if I get an engulfing candle at a high already, right? So if I entered here, stop loss is up here. Do you think it hit my stop loss? Absolutely not. It didn't hit. We got another one right here. We got a major one. See, when I see something like that, that's like me, like, oh, I want to go crazy with the lot size. I'm not saying do that, but like that's just a beautiful engulfing candle. Stop loss up here. I mean, if you want to, you can even use the same stop loss. You can really use the same stop loss at this point. You have 3 positions here. Automatically gave you 80. Now, this is where it comes to your rule, right? I said after 100 pips is when I finally move my stop. You have to be okay with your rules, right? You're like, oh man, I already got 80 and it reversed on me. 3 positions, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt, but you have to follow your rules. You have to follow your rules. That's fine, right? We caught so much money right here. From here, took us out. Did we even get an engulfing here? Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't get an engulfing at the trend line, so we didn't take it. We got an engulfing here. Boom. We got another engulfing here. Boom. But it took us out. All right, that's fine. We secured 70, and we lost 70. So we broke even. Actually, no, we didn't. Yeah, technically, we broke even. We broke even. We caught 70, lost 70. Boom. We lost it. That's fine. That's what happens. Right? We now know that we're in an uptrend. So every time I get an engulfing candle, think about it, right? Every time I get the engulfing candle, boom, we got a second touch, right? Actually, we don't even enter until we get the second touch, right? Boom, we got the second touch. Now I'm looking for an engulfing candle at this trend line because we got the second touch. Guess what we get? An engulfing candle at this level. Entry here, stop loss here. Never hit our stop. Got 50 pips. Now, I would have gotten out here. Why? Because I would have known that this is my supply area. I want everybody to understand this. This is my supply area. So I would have gotten out of here, secured my 60 pips. So see, you have to be smart when it comes to trading. I would have gotten out here and been like, okay, now we're at a major level. Right? And at this level, if I'm at this level, I'm looking for bearish engulfing candlesticks. This is what I'm looking for. Bearish engulfing candlesticks. Now, I want you guys to understand this as well. It's never going to be perfect. Price is never going to always hit that area and give you an engulfing candlestick. It's never going to. It's never going to. You see here that we got an engulfing candlestick right here. Sometimes price is going to give you another area of supply and demand. It's going to give it to you. But I'm in this area. So in my eyes, I'm going to still take the trade. I'm in the area. Right? Think about it. I'm only 20 pips away. Like, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to take the trade anyway. Right? 20 pips, boom. Automatically 40, that's cool. My 100 pip is my rule. Right? Let's say this is my rule to be 100. You can choose which rule you want. You can be at 30, 40, that's fine. Or you can be at 100. Doesn't matter. Depends on what type of trader you are. Right? Boom, I got 100 pips here. After 100 pips, secure my profit at 50 here. I got taken out. That's cool. I'll take it. That's fine. Boom. I didn't get anything here. I'm not there. I'm not at any level here. Actually, hold up. We got a trend line, a lot. We got a trend line here, right? We got 1 touch, 2 touch. Guess what? 3 touches. Do we see an engulfing candle anywhere? We do. There is an engulfing candle at these levels. So guess what? Somebody in the chat tell me what we do. We see an engulfing candle at these levels. What do we do? What do we do? We're at a trend line. We enter. We enter. Boom, entry here, entry here, entry here. Stop loss up here. Stop loss right there. I like to always give myself, for my entry, from the wicks, I like to give myself at least 10 to 15 pips of space, right? So really my stop loss will be up here. 10 to 15 pips of space. If price likes to wick in this area, there'll always be confirmations in the area that it wicks. So I like to give some space. Yes, this is all still consolidating on the daily time frame, you guys. This is how I would just look at the market. This market hasn't happened yet. I'm right here. Right, this is just engulfing candlesticks. Boom, my stop loss is around 40 pips. We got 3 positions. And I'm not moving my stop into 100 pips. 100 pips here. Boom, my stop is at 50. Boom, we moved to 150 pips. Boom, my stop is at 75. This is a great trade. Boom, we're at 200. Boom, my stop is at 100. Boom, we're at 250. But my stop is at 125. We get knocked out at 125. Think about this. We lost twice here. Won once here on this up move, got out. Won another time here. Then won 3 more times here. Somebody put in the chat, did we win or did we lose? Somebody put in the chat, did we win or did we lose? That's a big win. No cap. That's a big win. That's a big win. And think about it. We're already at this low, right? So in actuality, right, if I would have took this trade, I probably would have got out with the 170 pips. I would have closed out. Because if I would have went back on the daily and looked at this, we're already at a major area. We're at a major low right here. Right, we're at a major low right here. So what I would have done is I would have gotten out here and looked for a bullish engulfing candle. Boom. We got a bullish engulfing candlestick right here. So we know this area is a major demand zone. But guess what? We got knocked out. My entry was here. Stop loss probably around down here somewhere. Right? That's cool. 80 pip stop. Got knocked out. Oh, actually, hold up. Let's do 10, 15 pips. It was way less than that. So 15 plus 45, we would have had a 50 pip stop. Sorry about that. 50 pip stop would have got knocked out. That's cool. I'm like, oh, so this thing's still trying to drop. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm not even entering yet. I'm just watching the market. Boom, it drops. Engulfing candle. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm not entering yet because now it dropped below my actual demand area. So now I'm just watching. Boom, come up. Okay, there might be a move. And bearish engulfing. Okay, we're watching. But another bearish. Okay, it's dropping a little bit. Okay, we're dropping a little. Boom. Huge engulfing candle. Huge engulfing candle. At this point, that just tells me that it's time. It's time to go. It's time to enter into this market. I now know that we have another area of importance. Boom. Right? So we have an entry here, stop loss around down here, never got hit. One, it never got hit. Never got hit. Mind you, we had a huge engulfing candlestick, so your stop loss is going to be bigger. Also, we're on the 4 hour, so that's going to also play a role. Came down, 80 pips, drawdown. That's cool. Boom, we're up. We're profit 30 pips. That's cool. Negative, okay, that's cool. Positive, negative, positive. Broke even a little bit. We haven't hit 100 pips yet. We're at 80, but we're not at 100. Boom, 100 pips. All right, 50. Let's keep going now. All right, let's keep going. 200 pips. So now I'm doing it at 100. And I get stopped out at 100. Right? We didn't even hit this major zone yet either. So now I'm just watching. Actually, hold up. This is what happens. I just watch price. This is how I trade. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. Boom, uptrend. We got 2 touches here. So now every time price comes to this area on this trend line, I'm looking for a bullish engulfing candle because we're on an uptrend now. No, TradingView doesn't have Hugo's Way on here. I wish. Trust me, I wish. Now I'm going to look for an engulfing candle at this trend line. Do I see an engulfing candle? There is no engulfing candlestick at this trend line. So I don't enter. That's cool. Saves me the trouble. But what I do see is price coming back up to this major supply area though. So now I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. Now we're watching. Now I see, okay, you got an engulfing, I'm entering. Stop loss, taken out. That's fine. Maybe we're still in this minor up move. That's cool. We're in this area, but we don't get an engulfing yet. We get a minor one. I'm not trusting it though. But this one, yes, sir. This one right here was nice. This one right here was nice because it gave us this whole move. Right? So if I enter here, stop loss is above this high, which is around 85 pips. You go down 37, we're negative 50. That's cool. Down, we're up 80. Break even, up 94. We're not at 100, you guys. So we're not moving our stop loss yet. Oh, see, Tribute, now you're getting a little advanced. See, we're not going to give them that juice yet. They don't know nothing about that yet. They don't know nothing about that juice yet. They don't know nothing about that. Because eventually I would have done that. They don't know nothing about that yet. Boom. 93 pips. We're not at 100. Comes back. Boom. Drop 100. So now I'm moving my stop to 50. Boom, we get knocked out. That's cool. I secured 50 pips. That's cool. Now, right now, at this moment, you guys, right now, at this moment, CAD CHF, we are waiting. We are in the middle of these two areas, and we are waiting for price to come to either one of these areas right here. Either one. Either one. Let's see how many W's we have. We broke even here. We have a W here. W here, a big W here. Right? We have a W here. The losses, small loss, small loss, small loss. Our wins was bigger than our loss. And we actually had a terrible win rate in this. I think how many losses did we have? We had 1 loss, 2 losses in here, and 3 losses. I think that was it. I think we might have had like 3 losses. Then we had, I'm going to consider this a loss. Not really a loss, but we broke even. I'm going to do the math. So let's write this down. 3 losses. Somebody keep count. 3 losses. 3 losses. We had 1 W, 2 W, 3 W, 4 W, 5 W. Or 5 W here. Or really, we broke even, so it'd be 4. So we're 4 and 3 for wins. 4 and 3. But as you can see, our wins are way higher than our losses. Our losses are around between 50 and 80 pips. And some of them were 100 because of the huge engulfing candle. But because we were patient, we won. You had to wait a couple weeks. Now, mind you, if I told you the length time and you waiting, you probably would be like, I'm not waiting for this. It's probably like, most of these were like maybe 2, 3 weeks for you to actually win some money. Now, mind you, CAD CHF is a slow moving pair, but you would have had to been patient to win big moves. This is how you win big moves, you guys. This is how you win. You got to be patient. You got to be like, dang, I'm losing. Dang, I'm winning. Dang, I'm losing. You don't need to be like that. You need to be like, okay, literally how I was analyzing. I was like, okay, we got to move here. All right, we got something here. All right, okay. Oh, I see something. Let me take the trade. It doesn't matter. If it's in my area, I'm taking the trade. No questions asked. No questions asked. I am taking that bad boy. But no questions asked. Because that's just the rules. The rules are if I see an engulfing candle at a major resistance level or a trend line, if I see an engulfing candle with those areas, I'm taking the trade. Doesn't matter if I lose or win, because at the end of the day, it's about it making sense. But remember, you have to have at least 2 touches on the trend line first before you actually, it's really the 3rd touch. Let's just do this. The 3rd touch is when you're looking for your engulfing candle. Your 3rd touch is when you're looking for your engulfing candle when it comes to the trend line. Your 3rd touch. Your 3rd touch. So I hope I helped you guys out. Put a 1 in the chat if I really like open some eyes real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if I open some eyes. If I open your brain cells, if I made sense, if it helped you. I really want to make sure you guys understand how the market moves. I want you guys to understand that the market moves really, really simple. It moves simple, you guys. It moves simple. You just have to understand it and be confident in your trade. You got to be patient. So, you guys, this was my time for the evening. I appreciate everybody for coming out. I know I ain't been here in a while. I've been ghost on y'all. Like I said, I've been really working. I've been really making sure that these sessions, I bring something new to the table. Also teach myself new things every time. So I really want you guys to understand that this is not just something that I just do. I take this very seriously when it comes to educating people, educating everybody. So I really want you guys to like learn things, be blessed, be happy, and do everything in the best way possible. And even when it comes, I forgot to say, even when it comes to horizontal support and resistance, wait for 2 touches too. It's not just the trend lines you wait for 2 touches. Wait for 2 touches on the actual support and resistance too. Everything has to be at least, you want to wait on the 3rd touch to actually enter into your trade no matter what. Because remember, 1, 2, 3 breakout. But if you could just enter on the 3rd touch and then look for the breakout, then you're good. But yeah, this is my time, you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna post my everybody follow me on Instagram. Mention me on Instagram, stories on Instagram. I'm gonna repost. Like I said, I don't have anything on there because I'm rebranding. I'm going to be doing a lot of new material for you guys. I want you guys to know who I am as a person, as an artist, and you know what I mean? Bring something new to the table. You know what I mean? Like, check out everything that I come in. Look at the link in my bio on Instagram. Check out what you think. Click the pre-save link. You guys follow me on Spotify. It's in my Instagram bio link. Check out everything. I really wanted to help you guys do everything that you can to be successful. Help me so I can help you. So we all can be successful and win as a whole. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I will follow back or confirm your requests on Facebook. You guys have a great day, and peace, love, and upper echelons only.